Alright, hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy CeeLo, not green, and yeah, this will be a little bit different style than my normal video, so just wanted to do a quick update. They updated the experimental card with some mega fixes that should make the quality of life of actually playing this godforsaken experimental card like kind of decent again. Let's just jump into the pretty, I say minor, but like the implications, I mean they are kind of minor, but the implications of the changes are pretty significant for like how the game actually plays. So let's just jump into it real quick. So to start out, something that they changed, a couple bug fixes. For Mercy, allies being resurrected now have their respawn timers paused. So when you're in the spawn room and you're getting rezzed, that timer will pause for a second. That way you can't come back sooner. It's just kind of a more of a balance thing. For Sim, big changes, big bug fix, which honestly might save Symmetra as a support for me. I'll have to see. I'll have to play a couple games to really figure it out, but it says that the turrets no longer heal full health people. So let's see. Yes, okay. This actually could save Sim support because the major problem I had with Sim as a support in this version of her at least was that the target priority for the turrets were so awful, but now they finally actually like if someone's topped off or if someone it looks like whoever needs healing the most, they'll target them. So that is a beautiful change. And turret healing now grants ultimate charge. I didn't even know they didn't do that. So go figure. I'll have to try this out in a game to see how this really feels, but just based off this alone, it looks like it's significantly better. And the last thing was Genji no longer loses the attack speed buff when he's sheathing his Dragon Blade. If that gets interrupted, he won't lose that attack speed. So I guess that was a little bit of a bug coming out of Dragon Blade. Okay, let's get into the actual changes. These are, oh my god, beautiful. So for tanks, the damage reduction is lowered from 50% to 25%. So this absolutely needed to happen because before you couldn't even kill a bot doing Rein's charge. Like you couldn't kill a 200 HP target. So it looks like it's still significantly lower, but does it take 4 to kill Tracer? No, just 3. There we go. I mean, if you hit her with a fire strike and then swing, beautiful. Also, I think that UI change of having the anti on them is a little misleading because they can still get healed. It's just they just get 0.5% of it. I don't know. There's really no other way to show it, but I'm glad that this is finally changed and that works again. So the damage is back. I need to see Winston. I gotta see Winston. Hold on. Before we look at the Winston, I just need to see his damage. Before it was embarrassing. Hey, you know what? It doesn't take a full, like, 2.5 clip, or a clip and a half anymore, so I'll take that as a dub. Okay, for Ball, looks like Pile Driver, they upped the damage. So Pile Driver still has a bit of an impact. Oops. So you can, oh my god. As if Ball needed a buff. Alright, Orisa, her halt duration is increased from 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. This is honestly kind of nice because I felt like, yeah, it was so unimpactful at 1.5 seconds. It felt like I was barely even doing anything with it. I can drag her. Oh, we're not gonna. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're not gonna talk about that. And Supercharger. Oh my god, look at that. You can actually kill people. It's wonderful. You're not moving anywhere, boy. So Supercharger, range increased 30%, health increased from 200 to 400, and ultimate cost reduced by 30. So just as a reminder, the Supercharger doesn't do damage boost anymore, it slows. So we'll take a quick look at this. See how far it reaches. Oh my, yo, you ain't going nowhere. Yo, okay. It's actually impactful now. Look at that. You can make plays. Incredible. You're not going anywhere. Much needed. Much needed. Orisa felt so unimpactful before. I know in my other videos talking about how like I was just headshotting the other enemy Orisa. I want to see what happens when I am shooting another Orisa, just out of pure curiosity. You're still barely doing any damage, but it should be It's significantly better than before, I will say that. Alright, back on my boy. Back on the boy. So his ammo is increased. So now it's at 150. I guess that's good. So you can, while you're doing a little feather duster to your enemy, you can keep holding it down. That's really nice. That's a really nice change. I mean, specifically for this patch. Just so you can keep holding down left click without having to reload and just all that downtime of not having that much damage. It still doesn't do a ton of damage, but I don't think Winston's gun is really, you know, supposed to do that much damage. So I think that's fine. And the jump pack damage... Oops. Oh, I was simply too good. Jump pack damage... A little bit more. Nothing crazy. See ya. Oh. It's still hilarious. Okay, for Roadhog, take a breather. Range of allies buffs increased 10% or 100%. I don't know if that means like when he heals near his allies, if they get that, if that distance is increased, or I don't know if that means like when you heal, like your teammates need to be, like they can be closer to you to apply those buffs to Roadhog when he heals. I don't know. I really can't test that in the training range. Alright, so for hook, chain hook now slows a hook target by 40% for 2 seconds after hooking, so yeah, let's just forget that happened. Okay, yeah. Just makes his hook a little bit better. Pulls them in faster and they can't escape as fast. Okay, let's just get off Hog. Let's just get off Hog before I embarrass myself. Minor change to D.Va. Missile cooldown decreased. I mean, D.Va is just insane right now. In this patch, D.Va is just absolutely nutty. Especially with the damage change, D.Va is just going to be a monster. I was playing a game last night before this patch went live, and I was doing no damage, but the fact she just has so much uptime. That's ridiculous. D.Va's going to be insane in this tournament. Alright, so Sig, pretty much the same. You can still yeet his balls out. You can still spam his shield like insane. But it says... Let's see. Yeah, everything's still the same, except his grasp no longer gives you CC immunity. There was a couple games I was playing last night where I was playing Sigma and a Roadhog would try to hook me, and I just pop grasp, and he just... Nope. And a Doomfist tried to punch me, and I just said, yo, let me use my shift, and, yeah, you don't get to play the game. Sorry, bud. Pharah. So, the previous change was that when you boop someone with her blast, they can't get CC'd again. Oh, that was kind of a bad example. I murdered him. Let me wait for my, my thing to come back. So, if I boop him, I can just boop him. Okay, yeah. I guess Pharah's rockets were a little underperforming in that case, so makes sense. Makes it a little bit easier to use that effectively. Widow got some big changes, actually. I mean, pretty impactful change, not huge changes, but impactful ones. So her ammo's lower, but the charge up time is much quicker. So that muscle memory timing that you have, you gotta relearn it. A lot of changes to mine. Let's see. Number of active venom mines reduced from 3 to 1, so she can only have 1 mine out. Cooldown increased from 10 to 15. Damage increased from 10 to 15. Increased from 3 to 5. Okay. So it is literally just her regular mine. Or does its regular, but it lasts longer. Wow, that's really unimpactful. And her sight is is 5 seconds shorter.
No one can hide from my sight.
Whatever. Boring. Soldier, somebody shiny. Helix rockets cooldown reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. Okay, so he just has more DPS output. Okay. Whatever. Fine. Whatever. Alright, our boy Bastion. No longer, he can still shoot at the same time, but that 100 clip was maybe a little excessive. So it's only 60 now. That's fine. I don't really mind. And the last change is to Mercy. So it looks like with this they're addressing the Valkyrie and how it felt like hot trash. Okay, so the cooldown was decreased from 20 to 17 seconds. The flying movement speed is increased by 30, and the Guardian Angel movement speed is increased by 25. Which, oh man. Oh yeah, baby. That, I cannot describe to you how much better that feels. Before, when you popped this new Valk, it felt like you were moving in slow motion. I think I said in my video too. Like, it felt like when you were playing Mercy, you felt like you could have more mobility when you were on the ground than when you were in the air. So I think this restores it back to its normal like ultimate speed. But man, that feels so much better to play. I think it still does the same healing output, so it does 75 when you, or does 70 when you pop it, but wow, that change alone makes Mercy actually playable. That's crazy. Like, it feels so smooth. Like, it's only 3 seconds anyway, so it's not like... That was a good change. And for res, it's a little bit faster. It's a little bit faster. It's still really slow. I mean, it's not like ye olden days, but it's still a little bit quicker, so... I mean, the other one felt painfully slow, so I like this change. Alright, so to wrap this up, it really felt like a lot of quality of life changes were added to this experimental patch to really make it feel like, you know, tanks were actually impactful on the battlefield. They weren't just bullet sponges. Some of these changes to the healers, like Sim's turrets, might actually make her decent. I need to play a couple games to really feel that. I'll have to do that in a little bit. And Mercy's change is... I cannot even understate how much better that feels, because when you popped Valk before, it felt like you were flying through, like, molasses. It was awful. Some of the DPS changes were alright. I mean, they're pretty much whatevers. I guess they're just trying to bring up the balance of some and drop the power of some others, so we'll see how D.Va is. I feel like D.Va's going to be absolutely insane. Also, I mean, the Orisa one as well. The Orisa one was a much needed change as well. Like, she feels, just alone in the training range, she feels noticeably better, so I'm hopeful. I actually might want to play the experimental card. Last night when I was playing, it said the queue times were over 20 minutes for support and DPS. I was like, nobody's playing this right now. Nobody wants to play this. Tanks are so bad. Alright, that kind of wraps this up. Just a quick, super quick update. I know it's a little bit different than my other stuff, so hopefully it's not too jarring of a change, but I just want to get this out super quick. I didn't want to make a whole video and spend like 5 hours editing this for absolutely no reason. So I'm gonna upload a video tomorrow going over what I have planned for 1,000 subs. I think you guys are really gonna like it. So please like the video if you enjoyed or learned something new. You know the usual. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and then blah 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 blah. You know. Listen, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. I'll see you in the next one.